In part 6 we're going to take this kind of washed out green tarp and brighten it up some, or actually burn it. We're going to use the same burn tool that we used on the red and white tarp, so I'm going to select that. But before I do that, I probably should zoom in once again. So I'm going to zoom in to about 300% again so I get close enough to it. You may have to adjust your canvas size a little bit to make sure you have the entire green tarp there. I'm going to choose my burn tool, and we used shadows when we did the red and white tarp. We're going to use midtones for the green tarp, and we're going to leave our brush at a hard round 9-point amount, and then we're just going to, like we did with the tarp, the red and white tarp, we're going to darken it in. But notice when I did that, nothing happened. That's because I'm still on that green tarp layer. I've got to switch over to the layer with the gondola on it. So now it should work fine. As I click, and you can see it darkens it up. The burn tool burns the color and makes it more pronounced. This just takes a little practice, just like with the red and white tarp. You want to make sure you go over it all to get that color. Sometimes this is where a graphics tablet would come in handy if you happen to have one. And if you do something wrong, you can always undo, just like I did right there. I just use the Alt-Z or Command-Z, depending on the system you're on. And so I just keep going over this, making sure I get all of the green. Here's some more. And if you get into a spot where you think that the particular brush size you have is too big, you can always go up and change brush sizes and make it smaller. You can go to a 5 or a 3 or even a 1 pixel, although 1 pixel tends to be very, very small, even if it's magnified to 300%. So there we have it. I've taken and I've gone over the green, and I can now zoom back out, and you can see that looks a lot darker, so it isn't so faded out. That's the end of part 5. We have part 6 left to go to finish up our final picture.